You know, after 43 years on this bench, I've seen divorce cases twist into every kind of heartbreak, the fights over houses, custody, money, but rarely does one small object carry the weight of an entire marriage's betrayal. On that quiet April morning in Orlando, a 41-year-old woman walked into my courtroom to sue her ex-husband for the return of her wedding ring, not because of its value, barely $4,200, but because he had kept it after cheating, proposing to his mistress with the same ring he once slipped on her finger during their vows. What she didn't know, what none of us expected, was that the ring held a secret engraving he'd added after the affair began, a message that turned a simple property dispute into one of the most heartbreaking twists I've ever witnessed in my courtroom. When the truth came out, it didn't just decide who got the ring, it shattered illusions, exposed lies, and left everyone, including me, stunned into tearful silence. This wasn't about jewelry. This was about a wife who had forgiven too much, stayed too long, and finally walked away only to discover her ex had taken the very symbol of their promises and rewritten it for someone else. The confrontation wasn't loud, it was quiet, devastating, and when the engraving was read aloud, the courtroom felt the air leave the room. Before I take you through every painful, stunning moment of that hearing, hit that subscribe button right now. Seriously, click it. Because stories like this remind us that some betrayals leave marks you can't see until the ring comes off. Drop a comment telling me, could you ever wear a wedding ring again after learning it was secretly re-engraved for the affair partner? You're going to carry this one with you long after the video ends. I've been a family court judge in Orange County, Florida since 1982. That's 43 years of watching marriages end in tears, anger, and sometimes quiet dignity. Every morning I arrive at 7:15, brew my tea, Earl Grey, one lemon slice, the way my late husband made it for me every Sunday, and sit for a few minutes to prepare my heart for the stories that walk through those doors. My clerk, Elena, who's been with me for 27 years, can tell from the way I stir my tea whether a case is going to cut deep. That April morning, she handed me the file and said softly, "Judge, it's a replevin action for a wedding ring. Wife suing ex-husband, value low, but emotion high. She's pro se. He's got counsel, and she's brought the jeweler's report." The file was small but heavy. Plaintiff, Sofia Rivera, 41, graphic designer, mother of 2 teenagers. Defendant, Michael Rivera, 43, financial advisor, remarried. Claim, replevin, return of personal property for a 2-carat diamond solitaire wedding ring, plus punitive damages for conversion and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Sofia alleged Michael had taken the ring after their divorce was final, refused to return it, and, according to mutual friends, had given it to his new wife after having it re-engraved. Michael claimed the ring was a gift to him during marriage and therefore his separate property. The courtroom was half full. Sofia's sister, her 2 daughters, 16 and 14, sitting close to their mom. A few friends, Michael's new wife in the back row avoiding eye contact, and his attorney looking like he wished he were anywhere else. At 10:10 a.m., Elena called it Rivera vs. Rivera, case 25 SC 3921, action in replevin. Sofia entered first, simple black dress, hair in a low bun, eyes red but composed, carrying a small velvet box that once held the ring. Michael came in next. Suit pressed, confident posture, wedding band glinting on his left hand. I began gently. "Ms. Rivera, you're seeking return of the wedding ring given to you during your marriage. Explain why it belongs to you." Sofia's voice was soft, steady. "Your Honor, Michael and I married in 2005. He proposed with that ring, my mother's diamond reset in platinum. Inside the band he engraved, 'Forever yours, M2S 10-15-05. I wore it every day for 17 years. When we separated in 2022, he moved out but left the ring with me. After the divorce decree, which said personal jewelry remained with the wearer, he came back one night while I was at work. The girls were home. He took the ring from my dresser, said he needed it. I asked for it back through texts, emails, my lawyer. He refused. Then I heard from a mutual friend he gave it to his new wife after having it re-engraved. Michael's attorney objected. Hearsay, Your Honor. I overruled. We'll get to evidence. Continue." Sofia opened her binder. "I have texts from him. The ring was always mine to give, and photos from his Instagram, his new wife wearing it at their engagement party. The engraving is different now. I had a jeweler examine a close-up photo, new engraving inside, my always M to K 08-12-23. K is his new wife, Kayla. He took my wedding ring, my mother's diamond, and gave it to the woman he cheated with after rewriting our date, our promise." The courtroom went still. Michael stared at the table. His new wife looked down, cheeks flushed. I turned to Michael. "Mr. Rivera, do you dispute taking the ring?" He cleared his throat. It was a gift to me. I paid for it. I had the right to reclaim it. Sophia spoke again. You gave it to me in front of 200 people. You said, with this ring I thee wed. It was mine. I asked for the jeweler's affidavit, submitted by Sophia. It confirmed, original engraving partially buffed out, new one added over it. Platinum showed signs of repolishing. Date stamp on new engraving matched Instagram post. I looked at Michael. Sir, did you re-engrave the ring before giving it to your current wife? He hesitated. I had it cleaned. The engraving was worn. I displayed the magnified photo, clear as day, old engraving ghosted under the new one. This isn't cleaning. This is alteration. You erased part of your first wife's history to write a new one. Why? Michael's voice cracked. I didn't think she'd care. We were divorced. Kayla loved the ring. I wanted her to have something meaningful. Sophia's oldest daughter, is the 16-year-old, stood up without being called. You gave Mom that ring when I was a baby. I used to trace the engraving with my finger when she rocked me to sleep. You took that from her, from us. The room was silent except for soft crying from Sophia's sister. Michael's new wife looked like she wanted to disappear. I leaned forward. Mr. Rivera, this ring isn't just property. It's a symbol of vows you broke, of children you fathered, of a woman who wore it through pregnancies, miscarriages, cancer scares. You took it without permission after the divorce decree awarded her personal effects. You altered it to erase her. That's not reclamation. That's theft and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Michael's eyes filled. I didn't mean to hurt her. I was trying to move on. I turned to Sophia. Ms. Rivera, what do you want today? She wiped her eyes. The ring back, with the original engraving restored if possible. And I want him to understand what he took, not just from me, from our daughters. They saw their father choose someone else's future over theirs. I ruled. Judgment for plaintiff. The ring is declared her sole personal property per the divorce decree. Defendant is ordered to return it within 48 hours, undamaged, with any new engraving removed at his expense. If restoration is impossible, he will pay fair market value plus $25,000 in punitive damages for willful misconduct and emotional distress. Further, I'm ordering defendant to write a letter of apology to each daughter, not an excuse, a genuine acknowledgement of the pain he caused by taking and altering a symbol of their family's history. Letters to be filed with the court, and I'm awarding attorney fees, even though plaintiff is pro se, in the amount of $9,800 for time spent gathering evidence and preparing. I looked at Michael. Sir, you can't erase 17 years with a buffing wheel. You can't replace a mother's pain with a new date. Go home, get the ring, return it, and spend some time thinking about what forever really means when you have children watching. Michael stood, legs unsteady. He looked at Sophia, then his daughters. Tears fell freely. Soph, girls. I'm sorry. I was selfish. I thought it was just a ring. I didn't see what it meant to you. Please, forgive me. I'll bring it back tomorrow, I swear. Sophia didn't answer. She just held her daughters close. The courtroom was crying, quiet, collective sobs. Even the bailiff wiped his eyes. I banged the gavel softly. Court stands adjourned. Sergeant, escort Mr. Rivera to make arrangements for return. And Michael, don't make your daughters wait another day. 3 weeks later, Sophia wrote me. He returned the ring, engraving half restored. The jeweler couldn't fully erase the new one, but it's mine again. The girls read his letters. They're not ready to see him, but they're healing. Thank you for making him face what he did. For once, someone made him see us. Stories like this stay etched forever. A wedding ring can be taken, re-engraved, given away, but the vows it once carried can't be rewritten. And when a courtroom forces that truth into the light, even the hardest hearts can crack open in regret. If this left you stunned, or if you believe some symbols should never be stolen or altered, hit that like button, subscribe for more courtroom moments where betrayals get exposed, and share this with anyone who's ever worn a ring that carried a promise. Comment below, what would you have done if your ex took your wedding ring and gave it to the affair partner? Thank you for listening. God bless. Some twists in life are heartbreaking, but justice, when it sees the engraving beneath the surface, can still bring a little healing. Check the next video. Another divorce twist that will stun you is waiting. Take care of the promises you make and the ones made to you. They're heavier than gold.